Hello, it is your Astro Coach Sarah here for Wellness Astrology, this time for the moon in Aquarius. Whoa. This is April 20th through the 22nd, but really it doesn't move into Aquarius until later this evening. But I'm gonna go ahead and post it on the 20th because what the hell, why not? You guys will just get a little extra day of the moon in Aquarius. Um, this is also the third quarter square moon. And that third quarter square moon is conjunct Pluto opposite Mars. Mars is trining Neptune. So let me show you the chart. You guys can tell me what y'all think. But hold on. All right. Um, so this is immediately as the moon enters Aquarius. Let me go forward a couple hours here. And put this on the exact or close enough to, there we go. The moon at 1 degree of Aquarius, square the sun at 1 degree of Taurus. Pluto's at 3, opposite Mars at 1 degree of Leo. So the third quarter square is exact on the opposition or T square to Mars in Leo. And then Pluto is within 2 degrees of that. So this to me looks like fucking whiplash. Like, and then of course you have Mars trine Neptune in Aries. You've still got the Saturn, or excuse me, Venus, Saturn, North Node conjunction. Those three are going to be within 1 degree of each other for the next few days here. Um, and so, um, yeah, this just looks like whiplash to me. It looks like, okay, let's just take the archetypes and the characteristics of these things. So the moon represents emotions, the physical body, all of those things, like feeling things through your emotional state, right? Pluto's in Aquarius. We know that Aquarius represents like humanity. It represents the electrical system of the body. Um, it represents like technology. It's an air sign, so it's information. And then we have Mars in opposition. Mars is like your primal warrior strength and energy. It's the kind of, it's what turns you on. It's what lights, it's what motivates you. It's in Leo, which is ruled by the sun. And so it's like, what are you doing to stand out? And then you've got the T square there to the sun in Taurus. Okay. Taurus is money, it's material possessions, it's indulgences and things like that. So this T square to me with the air, with the Aquarius energy, then you've got that Neptune in Pisces situation. Mercury still within 2 degrees of its conjunction to Neptune. It's almost like there's going to be some information that slaps you in the face, or you thought, let's see, how do I word this? Like you tried to convince yourself that something wasn't true or that something was false when it was actually true. And it kind of just knocks you back in your chair, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what this feels like to me. Like something is this is Sunday evening, so it really could be like Monday morning. But this is Easter Sunday day, which means family gatherings and things like that. So there could be like a family bomb drop, like what? Um, and I would say it's probably more towards truthful information because Saturn and Venus, um, you know, Mercury in Aries is more outspoken. Neptune in Aries is a bit more action oriented. Mars is now in Leo trining it. So it's almost like, yeah, I just feel like this is going to be like information or something that is going to have you go, what the actual fuck? Or like, and I kind of remember this sort of emotion back in like when Neptune was at 29 Pisces, like back in Pisces season. Maybe it was like the maybe it was like the Mercury Neptune conjunction at 29 Pisces, could have been that. But I remember there was a time not too long ago where I said the same thing, where I was like, you're gonna get like you're gonna get the information, and you're not gonna want to believe that it's like that cognitive dissonance type thing. And I know I went through something like that where I got information about something and I was like, no, really? How did I not realize it? Kind of thing. Like, but this feels like it's going to be a bit more aggressive only because you're not, this isn't cushioned by Pisces energy, the flow of the water and the smell of the salt water. This isn't going to be that. This is going to be more like a slap that's going to sting, that's going, or like I said, whiplash, where you're going to like feel it through your body. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this feels like. Some sort of a something. That's what this feels like, this Aquarius moon. Um, and then as we move along, I'll move this forward a few hours. It crosses Pluto. And as we get into, where did I see it? I think it was like at 25. Of course, it'll square um, Uranus, so that could further agitate or, aggravate the situation. Remember, we've got this Pluto-Mars opposition for a while. Um, and we're still in this Saturn-Venus North Node. You can see they are now all at 26 degrees, I think. Let me make sure before I say that. Yeah, Venus is 2624, North Node is 2652, and Saturn's at 2659. So they're all within a degree doing that dance at 26 degrees of Pisces. So and the sun is now in Taurus, so it's kind of like you're out of options. You've got to do the thing that makes you feel good. You've got to do what's best for you, no matter who you piss off, no matter who doesn't agree with you, no matter what you have to let go. Or, it's kind of like I've said before with the Saturn Venus North Node, you've got to let go of the good to have the great, or let go of the great to have the epic, something like that. Like you could have the great epic thing, but you've got to let go of the good thing. And something may feel good, it may taste good. Like, it's like I've been talking to a friend of mine recently about food and indulgence and things like that. And we're both like trying to clean up our nutrition. So it's like, oh, can talk myself out of stuff just by the cost of it. Like I don't buy boxes of cereal because I don't want to pay that kind of money for it. And so it's like I'm willing to not have the good in order to have the great or the epic, right? I'm gonna feel better if I eat, more nutrient dense food. I don't buy cereal that often, but occasionally it sounds good until I see how much it costs. And then I'm like, nope, it's not that good. Um, but with this Mars in Leo and now the sun squaring that Mars in Leo, it's like the only way to relieve this tension in this T square between Mars and Pluto and the sun is to feel into your Taurus, feel into your what satisfies, what feels good, luxury, like maybe you don't want the cheap bedding. I'll say bedding versus sheets. It probably sounds like a better word. You don't want the cheap bedding. You want to save up a little extra so you can have the 500 thread count sheets. Or I was looking at some t-shirts on the TikTok shop and I was like, oh, those look really cool and they look like they'd fit really well. But then I couldn't find like the fabric content. And I was like, nope, because if you can't find the fabric content, chances are there's something about the fabric content they don't want me to know. Um, that kind of thing, right? Like, yeah, I need new shoes, but I would rather wait till I can afford or find a way to afford the right shoes to fit my feet so that they're comfortable and they last for as long as I can make them last, right? And I burn through shoes in like less than a year usually. And I know other people who burn through them much faster than that. And I've been that person when I've been in a walking community and walking all the time. 6 months is stretching it for me in a pair of sneakers. And I put a lot of money into my sneakers because, I don't want to buy cheap shoes. They're going to fall apart. They're not going to be comfortable. That being said, I don't know why people are fascinated by Hey Dudes. They're $60, but they feel like crap to me. Anywho, kudos to you if you like those shoes, but they don't feel comfy to me. Same with Crocs. I don't get the Crocs thing. Um, but you do you, boo. But anyway, that's what this feels like. It feels like this is like you're out of options. You're time's up. Time's up. You've got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do for the longevity or the long-term greatness, or is epicness a word? I'm making it a word if it's not one, but you know what I'm saying? Like you've got to, this is a choice. This is a choice. And I feel like between the full moon that we had in Libra on the 12th and Venus station direct on the 12th, 13th, which was last weekend, between that and the new moon in Taurus coming up in just a few days here, like the 27th, I think, this is hardcore. You better choose. And whatever you choose, like, I'm not saying there's no turning back. I'm saying that this is a really good opportunity that you don't want to fuck with. Because if you think that this is going to, oh, well, it's okay if I don't choose the job, if I don't choose the small business, if I don't choose to be an entrepreneur, if I don't choose to, there'll be another time. That may work if you're talking about flash sales on the TikTok shop. Like I've passed up some flash sales and I just wait a couple weeks and or whatever until I can afford it or till I actually want it or whatever. Wait a few weeks and it'll come back. Same thing with the sale at anything, right? Sale at Sephora, sale on Amazon, sale on this, sale on that. That's small potatoes. What I'm talking about is you hardcore choosing that you're going to step into a new level of satisfaction and life fulfillment and joy. And it's the time is now to do that. Now, I have said this so many times about 2025 being about false starts, but if you don't make a false start now, the universe can't open it will still open the door, but may not be it may not be what you expected. Because I do think there's a door coming open and available for all of us towards the end of this year, beginning of next year. But I'm saying it matters big time how you choose now matters and it will matter when the miracle or the magic opens up next year or the end of this year. But if you show the, yeah, fuck it, I'm not going to take that job. I don't want to take the risk. I got this debt, that debt. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to take the risk. Take the fucking risk. Trust me. Take the fucking risk. I could go down rabbit holes of stories of how many times I have taken risks thinking, oh my God, what did I just do? And I have had irreplaceable life experiences I would have not gotten otherwise if I hadn't taken the risk. So if you are scared, if you are apprehensive, get over it now. The time is now. I'm telling you, don't miss this opportunity. Okay? Okay, I think y'all get where I'm going. Let's see what's up with the tarot for this moon in Aquarius. with this Mars opposition Pluto, trine Neptune, this third quarter square moon. Phew, this is a lot of astrology. And all that Pisces stuff is still sextiling Uranus. Like here's the thing, like if you choose the to follow the head of the dragon, to follow your heart, like Uranus is right there to like shake it up and make it happen. I don't know. I'm just really strongly believing that miracles are about to happen for people. Maybe it's for myself, but like I feel like it could happen for like any number of us right now. I have seen some wild synchronicities that have like stopped me in my tracks, like, huh? Um, just wild, wild synchronicities. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, you know, be open, be open and also do the courageous thing. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Let's see what we got going on. Um, Ooh, the lovers in reverse. Well, okay. Excuse me for this, but this tells me like you don't love yourself enough to take the risk. You don't love yourself enough to experience joy. And I know that this isn't true of everybody watching this video, but I think a sizable amount of people don't love themselves, don't like themselves enough. They would rather keep repeating the same wicked, nasty, hurtful, karmic dungeon of a cycle, dark cycle of crap that they've been putting themselves through their entire lifetime. They would rather stay in their circle and their hot bubbling stew of shit than to actually enjoy life because they don't like themselves and they can't forgive themselves. I don't think this is true of everyone watching this, but I think it's true for somebody who needs to hear it, whoever you are. Okay. I also feel like that this is also a strong need for support, whether that is any one of the Al-Anon groups, AA, ACA, NA, whatever it is, Alcoholics Anonymous, Adult Children of Alcoholics, Narcotics Anonymous. Maybe you need to be in full-on residential rehab. Maybe you need some therapy and talk therapy. Maybe you need some hypnotherapy. Maybe you need a coach to kick your ass. Maybe you need to go do a Jocko, what the hell are they called? Is it called a, what is it called? Is it called, I want to say Munster, but that's not right. Um, but Jocko Willink does like a boot camp style like training thing. It's not for military per se, but it's like a 3 day muster. That's what it's called. There's no N in it. I was thinking of the Munsters. You may remember that show, either the black and white version or the colorized version. Anyway, but muster, like maybe you need to go do a boot camp, and get your ass kicked with some discipline to learn how to love yourself and forgive yourself because you're not a bad person. You've made mistakes, as have we all. But can't, what are you willing to do to find a way to care and like yourself enough to take the leap to go forward? And we got judgment upright. This is Q. Stop judging yourself. Stop worrying about who's judging you because people are judging you regardless. It don't fucking matter what you do, what you say, what you wear, what you don't wear. It don't matter. Somebody out there talking about you behind your back, in front of your back. Somebody out there talking shit about you. No matter what you think or feel, people are going to talk shit about you, and you have to do what you need to do regardless of what they think, what they say, how they react. They're going to react however they're going to react. They're probably reacting out of their own fear that, oh my God, or jealousy. Like, dang, she figured out how to be happy. How come I can't figure out how to be happy? Well, she must just be a bitch then. Or she's dumb. Or she lives in the clouds, with sunshine and rainbow poop and unicorns and whatever. So we're just not going to like her because how dare she? How dare she find a way to be happy? People are going to judge you anyway, no matter what. So don't worry about it. You do you. You need to do what makes you happy, and you have to stop worrying about what others are thinking about you because it's irrelevant. And in the Woodland Wardens, did we really just, oh no, this is a different card. Okay. Um, this is the horse and Bluebell. And this is modest, modest fortitude. Hmm. I don't really know what fortitude means. Oops, there we go. Modest fortitude. Let's see if I can find a definition for fortitude. I'm not good with those types of words. Fortitude, amplitude. So let's see. Strength of mind that allows one to endure pain or adversity with courage. Ooh. So modest endurance. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I mean, I think this year is about endurance. It is about you're gonna have to endure some shit. You're gonna get judged. You're probably gonna have some financial bumps in the road. Remember, the sun is now in Taurus, so finances is gonna be a topic because Taurus rules finances. It's Venus ruled. You got to remember that this is where the sun in Taurus, Venus is, boss bitch of the chart, and she's conjunct Saturn in the North Node. So that's why I'm saying, like, I feel like really strongly, like, this is a time to really make some big, huge choices to shift your life trajectory in a whole different way. And I hope that y'all have the strength and the courage and the endurance to get after it. So go get after it. Have fun. All right, I'll talk to you on the next video. Take care.